Hey guys, Misty Petrella here. I work with a lot of clients, including myself, who we have to create content all the freaking time. And so I thought I would just share this with you because I share it in my program too. So I got this from my advertising days, and we had to create a lot of content back in the day too. So for really big clients. So this is what we did. So basically, in terms of content, you want to get known for your thing, right? So we create 12 power words, and these are big, meaningful words around your work. Okay. So I'm a business coach, and I help people in that first, either getting their business started or getting into that consistent income. So those first, like, up to 100K is really like my sweet spot. So in that, my power words, because I speak from a very heart-centered place. So I talk about compassion, alignment, self-care. These are words, these are big, powerful words around my work. Business strategy. These are big, meaningful words. So my first question to you is, what are, I would say you can start with 1 month or one word, or, like, what is one really big, meaningful word around your work? And you can get that from your pillars, actually. So whatever your pillars are, what are some of the big, meaningful words that are around those pillars of your program? Okay. And you know what they are. Okay. So just pause here for a second and record them and write them down, whatever they are. Okay, so that's step one. Step two, each one of those words you want to assign to a month. So, for me, December is about celebration. Okay, that's a big, meaningful word for entrepreneurs. We don't celebrate ourselves enough, the small wins and the big wins. So a big word around my work is celebration. All right, so that's my word for December. Okay, for February, my word is self-care. All right. So those are, I assign them to months that make sense. All right. So that's step two. So step one, and you only actually have to do, 3 months at a time or something. You really only have to do 1 month at a time if you want. I like to have it planned out just a little bit. Okay. So step one is define what your power words are. Big, meaningful words around your work, what you believe around your work, and the pillars from your program. Okay, so big, meaningful words. Now number two, assign those words to a month. So for April, what would be your power word for April? And maybe May and June. Okay. So then when you look at that word, let's say your word is self-care for April. I'm just making it up. When you look at that word, I want you to break that word into 4 ideas. 4 ideas that are meaningful to you right now, 4 ideas that are essential in the pillars of your program. So you break that word into 4 ideas. So for self-care, I say the first one, because I say this all the time, is self-care is my #1 business strategy. So that would be the first thing I would say. Self-care is my #1 business strategy. And then step two, then what are the other, under your power word, what are 4 ideas? It doesn't matter what they are. Okay. So if it's, let's say you're doing intuitive eating, that could be self-care. It could be like self-care when, like, checking in with yourself. That could be one idea. Another idea could be what feels good to eat. Another idea could be eating with your senses. So it doesn't even matter. You break that word down to any 4 ideas. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay. Trust yourself and know that these ideas, if they're important to you and your work, they're also important to your ideal clients. If they're in your pillars, they're obviously important to your ideal clients. So trust yourself. Okay. So for me, self-care is my #1 business strategy. That's #1. Number 2 is, let's see. Self-care is mental health. Okay. Number 3, no spiritual bypassing. Like, you may or may not know what I mean by that. And then number 4, self-care isn't selfish. Okay, so see how I just broke that down. 1 main idea into 4 ideas. 1 main idea into 4 ideas. 1 main idea into 4 ideas. Okay, so then what you do is now you have your content for the week. Week 1 of the month, self-care is my number 1 business strategy. Week 2 of the month, self-care is mental health. Week 3 of the month, no spiritual bypassing. Week 4 of the month, self-care isn't selfish. So what I'm doing is every week I'm re-establishing my authority in this against 1 main idea. And this is good because it establishes your brand. Again, it establishes your authority. It establishes that you know what you're talking about. It establishes that you have a through line of content week after week after week. Now, having said this, if there's something that comes up that you want to talk about, go for it. And then from here, I take Kelly's strategy, which is genius level, obviously, in that we just record 1 video, 1 blog, 1 audio around this idea, and then all your other content comes from this. So if you have just done this with me in the last, I don't know how long I've been going, probably 5 minutes maybe, then you're done. All you have to do is write the blog, record your video or your audio, and then go back and take your content from that. The rest of your content that pushes to that main piece that you do every week. That's all you have to do. It's super easy. And if you have any questions, ask. I'm happy to support you. All right, guys, I hope this is helpful. Please let me know if this is helpful. Okay. Thank you. Bye.